This week's episode of Deck Chair and Yumz podcast is brought to you by Nevermind the Mock Blame. If you haven't got your tickets yet, why not? We will be in the Waterfront Hall on Saturday the 1st of June with myself. The Deck Chair will be there, so the two of us together. I don't know if they're putting us in the same panel, but that might not be a good idea. But if you go to shine.net and go and check for the tickets, you can get your tickets there. It's nearly sold out, so get the last ones, and it's going to be fucking mental. Right, Nev, play the fucking intro.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Okay, welcome back to the Deck Chair and Yumz podcast with me, Connor Keys. As you know, Mickey is not here. He is foot there and down under. But we have, we had one guest that multiplied into two. So we had James McKegney, who is now joined by Jazzmyne Sierra. So you're very welcome.
Stragglers along. What's up?
Here for it.
Yeah. Well, James was like, "Oh, well, Jazz can wander about till we're finished." And I was like, "Finta?"
Initially, for some reason, I thought it was in Oma. And I was like, oh, she can dander about. And then you were like, it's in Finta. And I was like, we're not even going to the right place. Like, redo the whole thing.
I think I could blend in.
Yeah, I think, you could, yeah. Nobody was.
Do you know that? Do you know the other thing? You see, like...
the sun's been out for a while now, so, you know...
Just as tan as me.
Yeah, you were saying, like, on the way here, or like when we were walking up here, so it's like a common thing where it's just like a couple of old people just sitting in a car, just eating ice cream, just like...
Oh.
Yeah, she was like, that was terrifying looking to you.
Because it was like, it's so quiet.
Yeah.
And she was like slowly looking at her ice cream. And I was like, where the hell am I? This is where I die.
This is Fintuna. This is the center of the universe. So yes, you might have a few things to look at if you were wandering about Oma, but in Fintuna, no, very little. So you're very welcome.
I'm excited to be
First
here.
time for both of these, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you've got the whole episode to figure this out, but we normally have a chair-based name for our guests.
Right.
You know, if anybody's stepping in for the deck chair, it has to be something else. Now, we've used most chairs up, let's be honest.
Oh, so we have to pick a new chair that fits our personality type thing?
Not even if you could just find a chair that we haven't used yet.
Right, okay, shit. So
We've had everything from the chaise lounge to the busted sofa to the throne.
Who dropped the chaise lounge?
I don't know who. I think I might have given it to somebody. I might have given it. Was it Shane? Maybe Shane. It suits Shane.
That sounds a very Shane.
We had Emma Dollybird, one of the interior designers, come in, and she had the Bergère,
Oh,
which I'd never heard of before. But when you look at it, you go, "Oh, is that what that's called?" You have seen them before.
Bergère.
The Bergère. Yeah.
okay.
So there's of course, Butler went for the Sibian.
What is up with the chair?
I don't
The
know
chair knowledge is insane.
I haven't heard any of these.
I just know the word chair.
I didn't know Sibian.
Sibian, what is that?
So, well, you can go and check it out yourself. So, but just remember that it came from Butler.
Would a bidet count as a chair? A throne,
I
perhaps?
mean, depends how bad the runs are.
Yeah, like how long
you could be sitting there for a while, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried the bidet at Zen?
Is this the Chinese restaurant?
Yeah.
I was there once and there was like a line for the toilet and all the guys were lining up, but the bidet wasn't working. I think everyone was upset.
It's a game changer.
Yeah.
Is there actually one on Zen, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
It does the whole, like,
Heated seat, everything.
I don't know what that is.
I was going to say,
Yeah. Just a guy in there just poking
your fingers in your hose, guy.
I was just interested.
But definitely won't be going to Zen. I can see why you go, McKegney. So, there you are. I never knew that. So there's or as you call it, a bidet. We call it a bidet because we're French, no?
Bidet.
A bidet. Yeah, so you're very welcome. And so both comedians, I should point out, anybody listening or watching that doesn't know any of the two guys. So we have James. James, how long are you doing it now, James?
I think if you take COVID out of it, maybe, well, if you include COVID, like 6 years, maybe?
Is it?
Five,
I thought it
6
was-
years?
Okay.
Maybe
Well,
5.
I actually thought it was a bit longer. There you are.
Really?
So,
Yeah.
And Jazz, you've been, as we know, we chatted to you before, you've been living here about 3 years?
Yeah, I've been living here about 3 years. Yeah.
Originally from
Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
Florida.
Florida.
The Gator State. Is that what it's called?
Aye. Big gator chomp.
Do you know what I love when you go, aye? You're like our Graham McDowell. You know what I mean? It flits in and out. Something aye.
It's ridiculous because I literally grew up in Florida where we talk like this, and I don't know why.
Like, oh, sure.
I'm like, "Oh."
You're probably one of the only Americans I've ever met who can do a northern accent. And I don't know I don't think you're doing it on purpose.
No.
She came in here today and she was speaking in a Spanish accent in my car, and I was like, I didn't know you could speak fluent Spanish. And she was like, I'm speaking English with a Spanish accent. I was like, in my brain, I was like, I can kind of tell what you're saying. That's amazing. She was like, you're talking about going to fitness. Like, it's English, bro.
I could actually use Spanish for my chair name.
Oh, really?
No, I think about it.
Oh, yes, you could. Absolutely. You could just, you'd pick any name. Even if we've used it already, it's in Spanish then, so it's different.
Is this going to be, do we reveal it at the end of the episode? Or can you just drop it whatever you want?
Does it have to actually mean chair?
No, it's a type of chair.
Just a type of chair.
I don't know why this came about. Obviously, just because Mickey's deck chair, and then we didn't think it through. In regards to how many types of chairs.
You know what? Surprising amount.
Actually, yes.
From what you just said.
Really, really surprising, because I went and actually looked up, and I was like, oh, okay, didn't know. Well, we've used a lot. So I mean, Latina is your background, obviously.
Yes.
You're fluent in Spanish?
Yeah, just Spanish. Yeah.
Because that was I went to America in my early 16, 17, and we went to in Bangor, Maine.
Oh.
So it's like New England, so it's real fucking.
Yeah, they do a lot of lobster.
A lot of lobster.
Yeah.
But we were staying on you'll know this, like a job corps.
Okay.
So it was like a place where people went during the summertime or something. I didn't really understand what it was. It felt like a detention center, but it wasn't a detention center. But surprising the amount of Spanish.
Yeah.
And because it was alien to us going there from here. We're just we just hear Americans, that's all we hear. Then all the Spanish, you're like, oh my God, what's going on? But then it kind of got a wee bit nervy because Latina people can get really passionate.
Yes. We look angry all the time.
And then you think they're angry at you, and you realize, no, they're actually really having good fun.
Just trying to feed you.
Just passion, bro.
What do you want to eat?
And I remember having that conversation with a friend who's originally from Pakistan.
Yes.
And they were like he might speak really loudly.
Yeah.
But that's the way. He's just being.
It's just
nice.
love.
Yeah. It sounds really aggressive in our tone. But to them, it's just, they're not.
You know who the most Puerto Rican person here is? William Thompson. And people always think me and him are arguing, but I'm like, I feel like I'm speaking my native tongue because he can yell and I can yell.
Yeah. He's a spicy wee Latina.
He is a spicy Latina if I've ever seen one. If I've ever seen one.
That's so true. And that's so true because one of my friends met him when we were out drinking and they just argued about politics all night. And the next day I was like, sorry lads, I didn't think he's... They were both like, oh, I thought he was great. That's how they get on.
That's how we get on.
Well, that's it. I mean, it's William, you know what I mean? He's always compensating. So yes, you're very welcome to as I say, to Fenton. We have we will be expecting the deck chair to return.
When is the Prince returning?
He's supposed to return at the end of this month, which is technically 10 days, not even that.
10 days, yeah.
It's next week. He's supposed to be back. I'm going to lift him at the airport. I've missed him that much, and I can't even wait for him to get back to the airport.
The state he could potentially be in.
He will be in an awful state. I never thought about that. I'll tell the other. I thought, oh shit, he's just coming off a fucking business flight.
Oh man.
You know why Mickey had to upgrade because he's so loaded. And then gets fed old-fashioned cocktails for the whole flight.
Oh, that would be a dream.
Mm-hmm. That's what sold it for him.
Yeah. And
he texted me in the middle of the flight because of the Wi-Fi and went, I just got served an old-fashioned. And I was like, oh no.
That's the end of it, lad.
Oh no.
That's how it starts.
Yeah.
I mean, if he had just stayed in economy class, he'd be fine. But now he knows there's cocktails behind that curtain. That's the only way he flies now.
Yeah. Apparently they give you wee pajamas and all and everything
He's doing he upgraded on the way over for the return flight.
Oh really?
Yeah. So he was in business class, drunk, and thought, "Fuck, I could do this." And then went, "When am I coming home again?" Oh yeah, I'll just upgrade. Oh yeah, that's
it, lad. That's the way to do it. Like especially.
Have you flown business class?
No.
But in my mind,
none of us have that fucking. Well, two things. None of us have that money, and two, none of us are that stupid with our money. We did have it. Yeah. And I was like, "Is that you're spending money to go to?" I don't care. I'll be okay. I'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm the same. I do that shit too. Though I'm like, I'll think about that later, and then later I'm always like, "Fuck you, James," every time.
But so you'd be quite impulsive then, would you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
In summary, yes.
Sometimes I wouldn't be impulsive with expensive things. It's
Yeah.
up to the expensive thing. But sometimes if I see something that's within the budget, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll buy it. And I shouldn't buy it, but I do buy it.
That's actually what I am. So like I'll not do big purchases, but I'll just buy like 1,000 wee tiny purchases. Be like,
Yeah.
it's only one wee thing,
only one thing, yeah.
and then you're broke. Yeah.
I'm easily impressed. So
really?
it doesn't take much for me to be like, wow, this is amazing.
Okay.
You shouldn't really put that out publicly.
I'm flying
You
an
get loads
economy
of
that like,
guys
here's
coming
some...
up to you and be like, you're easily impressed. Check this out.
You like nuts? Oh, wow.
terrible example. You know, peanuts in the economy. Love it. God.
So, Jazz, you're in the process of looking for citizenship.
Well, I'm in the process of applying for my
Applying for-
passport. So then once it's approved, I'm here forever.
Woohoo!
That's you, and you're going to stay here forever. That's the plan. Yeah, you
That's
love
my
it here.
plan. I love
Yeah.
it here.
So you left the sunny climes of Florida to come to the rain of Belfast.
Here. I lived in Florida up until I was like 20.
Oh, okay.
And then I moved to Philadelphia.
All right. Okay.
And then I moved here around 28. So, like, I've experienced... I just don't have the same appreciation for the sun that you guys
You
do.
like the moody emo weather,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah, I
Because you're
like-
like an emo-y, gothy rocker.
right. Okay.
She loves that stuff.
I love it.
So we're going to see you sitting outside City Hall very soon.
You,
You should. You know the lower end of City Hall. City Hall is where all the goths hung out.
Yeah.
And they've just all vanished.
They've all disappeared.
Yeah. We don't know where they went. Like, for years, it used to just be
the
goths.
sun's come out.
No, but this was for like years. Like, they would be there for like years. And
There's a rumor that there's a conspiracy theory that there's an underground tunnel now, which is a goth tunnel.
That's very...
Goths and
That's very
Jews.
black. We get underground
It goes under.
tunnels.
It goes under City Hall and comes out at Voodoo.
That's amazing.
But yeah, so I mean, I didn't know that about you either. I didn't know you were a goth in that sense.
Yeah, I mean...
Not a goth,
Maybe
but
not
I
goth.
I don't
Hinted
I
you
hate,
around,
hate
yeah.
using that term, but you know, so alternative is maybe.
Yeah, I would say I like a bit of alternative music.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Now,
Right.
speaking of alternative music, where are you going tonight?
Girls Aloud, lad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are go. This is the message I got going. Jazz is coming with me. She might wander around for a bit or whatever because we're going to pick up McCann for Girls Aloud. And I was like, that's a statement that, number one, I'm not surprised by.
Yeah.
But number two, I'm also really surprised by. I'm like,
Yeah,
what the
yeah,
fuck,
yeah.
McCann? What are you doing?
Well, no, Dom messaged me, or Dom came up to me and gave me the tickets, and he was like, how did I know to message you about Girls Aloud tickets? And I was like, number one, that's offensive, but I want to take them. I was like, bro, I will take them.
You don't fall into those stereotypes. But if the Girls Aloud tickets.
Yes, they're going, I will do it. It's just going to be a crazy rip.
It's going to be
Yeah.
A crazy boozing sesh.
Interrupted by Girls Aloud.
Yeah.
You know,
I
I've-
never heard of him.
They're all
you never heard them?
I was drinking with him the other night, and he was like, "Do you want to go?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll go." I've never heard of him.
I think you're going to be blown away. A wee bit. I don't know if that's good or bad.
A few
Don't-
drinks in me doesn't
maybe-
take much.
Yeah.
Maybe don't raise the expectations that much. You know, it's they were shit when they were at their peak.
Yeah, exactly. I know. It's like me, Jazz, William, McCann, Connor Begley, and my ma's going.
Excellent.
It's going to be an absolute session.
Fantastic.
It's going to be brilliant.
What a fucking crew that is. Jesus Christ. So this isn't obviously, well, I was going to say this, is this the original lineup? Obviously not. We're missing
Yeah.
one. God bless
R.I.P.
you. R.I.P. Sarah. But I mean,
Sorry.
I don't know why you laughed at that. But is that, I mean, it is Nadine Cole. Is Cheryl Cole there?
Nadine Cole, Cheryl Cole, and the rest
And the
of
other
Cheryl's,
two?
yeah, what the fuck they are.
Cheryl's the hot one, yeah.
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 She's the feisty one who's like,
Well, Nadine's hot until she speaks.
yes, that is very
Yeah,
true.
she's okay until she speaks.
She's the one with the passport situation.
I know I'm trying to make a bit with it, but I have to get my passport first.
Yeah, you can't
Oh,
be.
that'll be such a good one.
You can't be dissing somebody with a bit of passport when you don't have one yourself.
No,
Is that in the SSE, is it?
Yeah, no, honestly,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. Sold out?
Well, I think,
Please say no.
I don't think so. Well, yesterday I think was sold out, and then we were offered tickets for tonight, so probably not.
Oh my God. Oh, the pain. So they, like, for my generation, because I'm, what age are you?
30?
Yeah, so I'm 10, 12 years older. So my generation is Spice Girls. That was
Yeah.
Do you know what though?
But I wouldn't have went to see them
You wouldn't want
in
to
the 90s, and I definitely wouldn't go see them now. You know what I mean?
Spice Girls?
If Spice
Yeah.
Girls came back right now,
I would literally,
I'd be there.
yeah.
No. See, that was my, I suppose, my teen years,
Right, yeah.
where, you know, Guns N' Roses and that sort of stuff,
Yes,
and all that,
they were
Nirvana and all.
there.
And I'm like, Spice Girls, fuck
See,
off.
I had 3 sisters, so all the music I was listening to was like Spice Girls, Bewitched, fucking
Right,
other
okay.
stuff. It was all girly stuff, and it was just. So I have the whole CD memorized in my mind.
That's why you're a feminist.
Maybe, yeah.
if we're going for the younger, mine would have been like Bros.
Bros?
And Michael Jackson. And,
Michael Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah, so that would have been our sort of pop heroes in those days. Like,
Fair.
Not Bros. I'm only joking about Bros.
I don't even know who Bros is.
You don't know who Bros is?
No.
No idea.
Oh wow.
I just ruined your
You
name.
haven't lived until you heard Bros.
Bros, man.
Luke and Matt Goss.
Luke and Matt Goss. They're combined called Bros.
They're two brothers. BROS. Bros.
And you...
Bros.
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 But they're called Bros.
And they're good. Do you know Bros?
Hermanos.
No.
You do know them, do you not? Nev doesn't know them either. I'm really showing my age now. When will I be famous? No. When will I be famous?
Oh, I do know Bros.
Of course you do.
Yeah, I know
I've
Bros.
never heard of it.
Every gay nightclub in the world plays Bros.
Damn it. It was just a hazy memory. That's
One
what
of
I said.
them then randomly became the villain in Blade 2.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. So the bald, shaved sort of fucking head.
Yeah, I haven't seen Blade 2 in so long. But
He
I
was,
love
yeah.
Blade.
Even though he's not an actor, and you can see in that he's not.
It's brilliant.
Yeah. But yeah, that would have been that would have been the start of the boy band thing with like New Kids in the Block and that sort of. That's my
that
younger.
that
What was the other? Crisscross was the other one.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Cross, yes.
Like they were kind of
Jump.
one-hit wonders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jump. Yeah. But
I was listening to like Sex and Candy.
oh
At
yeah,
like 6 years old.
Sex and Candy.
No?
I don't know that. What do they sing?
That's the song.
Oh, the
name of
song's
song?
called Hip.
Yeah.
Oh, Crisscross, Sex and Candy.
No, it's not Chris.
I was like, were they not like 6 when they were singing? All right, okay. I'm sorry, I'm out of the loop.
Who's that lounging in my chair? No?
no.
Well,
Let's go on.
It's
whatever.
What surprised me sometimes about I have family in Indiana, so we go over quite often.
Yeah.
I have friends there in Indiana as well that I've known for years. It's so surprising to find out like massive hits in America that we know nothing about, and vice versa.
Well, yeah.
Massive things for us, which you can kind of understand that like Americans not knowing like UK bands or something, but for us not to hear some of the massive hits, like
Yeah, 'cause we grew up everything American, like So
but
American
there's
TV.
some massive like really like Americans would class as anthems that we
Yeah.
have no idea what.
Well, the songs that I would skip on the CD is what you guys blast here.
Right.
That's what
yeah.
I've noticed. I'm like, this is number 2. This is the one I
Shut-
skip.
Yeah.
Why is this on the radio?
Oh shit.
Crazy, isn't it? That's, yeah, because like what was the other? Dave Matthews Band.
Oh, I love Dave Matthews Band.
I fell in love with them when I was over there, but I came back here and nobody has a clue.
Yeah, it was like I got into them like in my early 20s, I think, like a few of their tunes and stuff. But
But it's known as like being like cheesy.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is.
it's
It was
quite-
always my sort of guilty pleasure thing.
Yeah.
It was like a weird relationship I had with Dave.
Was Bon Jovi big here?
Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi was
yeah,
back
yeah.
here.
Because I love Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi's sick.
Do you know what blew my fucking mind about Bon Jovi?
What's that?
What?
Do you know that Bon Jovi's a surname?
But his whole surname is Bon Jovi.
His name is
Oh, it's called John Bon Jovi.
John Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Bon Jovi is one word.
So it's not like a
Bongiova. So it's an Italian name, Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
But it's pronounced Bon Jovi. And I always just thought it was the band name. Or that it was his name. You know?
Yeah, I never thought about that.
So it's phonetically, Bon Jovi is his surname. So there you are.
There, learns.
Finished up. See you later. Thank you very much for listening.
Every day.
Can I ask, was Robbie Williams big in the States? Was he a big guy?
No, I didn't know who he was until I saw that Netflix thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Didn't
No
he didn't
idea.
have any impact up there? No.
translate well.
No. Oasis were the same.
Really?
Well,
Oasis.
I mean, like there are 2 songs that
Yeah.
made it to America.
But do you remember they went to, did you watch the Supersonic documentary? So they went, because I always, when I was younger, there was always Oasis versus Blur.
Yes.
Especially in my teenage years, like
Yeah.
in 94, 95, and 6, was always like you were one camp or the other.
Who did you find better?
I was always a Blur fan.
You're a Blur, yeah.
I was
My
a
wee
Blur.
sister like is obsessed with Blur.
I was always a Blur fan. But so, and then with classmates, when you were at school, you would argue, you know, Blur versus Oasis. And then Oasis went to America and fucking flopped. And I was like, just shows you. If you can't make it in America, you're not good. Until you watch that documentary, you realize what happened.
Were they all high?
They were all high on fucking crystal meth, but they thought it was Coke.
Yeah.
They ordered Coke and they gave crystal meth, and they took a couple of lines of it and went out on stage. And then, this is what I have to say, I never liked Liam Gallagher, but when I watched that, I was like, anybody else would go, oh shit, that's crystal meth, we shouldn't touch it. He took more. And then they went out on stage in, what's it called? Is it Whiskey A Go-Go? Or
It was like some big, like,
what do you call it?
place.
Aye, Guns N' Roses made it there, and
Yeah.
like basically you have to make it there first. This one gig,
Right.
And then you spread across America. And they went out, and 4 of them all playing the wrong song.
Yeah, that's it. They were all playing,
all playing different songs
individual different songs, high in crystal meth.
because they were off their
And
fucking
everyone was like,
tits.
what the fuck is this?
So then,
people love it.
whenever that made, I was like, oh, that's why that didn't kick off. Because
Yeah,
if you were judging them, which every British band was always judging that one gig,
Right.
well, then they were judged as being shit. But then 20 years later, you find out why, and you're like, oh, okay, maybe I
And they never broke it over there.
No.
No.
Did Blur surely?
No.
I have
Blur.
no idea who Blur is.
Gorillas.
Gorillas.
Same band.
No, it's not.
Well,
No, it's not.
Damon Albarn.
Damon Albarn, the same guy,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
They sang with Blur Maiden.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
dude. You made Gorillas.
The lead singer of Blur created Gorillas, and yeah.
I love the Gorillas.
Oh, they're awesome.
He's a very talented guy. Very talented.
He cycles around. He just basically looks homeless and stuff. Yeah. He's like such a vibe. You know what I mean?
Class. And then the rest of them, what do they call the bass player? He's like a farmer now. He just...
That's it, man. Like even the guy from Metallica, like he just chill. Like when he's not doing Metallica, he's just farming at his house. Just fucking living the dream.
Because you can, because you're worth fucking millions.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
So yes, that's random. That Girls Aloud is happening tonight.
Yes, that's what we were talking
That's
about.
what we're talking
I
about.
can't tell where to go back to.
So you're leaving straight from here to go and lift McCann.
Picking up McCann, getting some booze, straight to Girls Aloud.
Oh my
It's
god!
gonna be the fucking.
It's gonna be so much fun.
It's gonna be great. And then we've got our boxing thing tomorrow.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
So our boxing press conference is in the morning.
I know. I'm hosting it. Yes,
Fuck.
I will be there.
What is the crack with it actually? Because we don't actually know what's going to happen.
I have no idea. Just told to turn up at
just-
12.
we're going down
Be there
over
at 12 o'clock. I was like, okay, I'll be there.
Yeah. Okay.
So yes, that's good. So we'll get on to that in a wee second. But so yes, enjoy tonight.
Yes,
Hopefully,
we
they're as shit as I would assume they are. But if you're drunk enough, you won't notice.
Yeah, it's gonna sound.
But do me a favor, really, really watch it for me, and look, are they lip syncing?
Right,
Because there's
okay.
no fucking way after this long. They weren't that good at the time.
Yeah, and I
There's
think
no
they-
way 20 years later that they're actually singing live. Not a chance. Are they singing
actually?
live?
And it's,
So
it's
now-
obvious, isn't it? Yeah, because Cheryl can't quite sing.
You're
Oh, so that's how you're noticing it because they're out of tune. That's okay. That's fine. Yeah.
Are
That's
you
good.
against lip singing?
Yeah.
Really?
Lip syncing.
Like I
If you
don't-
paid for a concert to go and watch somebody.
you're right. I don't know.
I know.
I mean, like cave there.
I think 'cause I grew up with literally all the lip singers because it was like Britney, Christina, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC. It was all lip syncs. So like
No.
looking back, I'm like, oh, that's okay.
That's the thing. No, I want legit.
Yeah, I
Was
want.
Did Christina Aguilera not? Surely she didn't lip sync. She did it perfect.
She
all
would've-
those dance moves. She had
Maybe,
to.
yeah.
Supposed to be,
need a
yeah.
bottle?
Sometimes I suppose with the dancing they'd have to, but she can definitely sing live.
Yeah, no, she can
Now,
sing.
she tears a shade at everything she does. Like she's
Yeah.
way OTD, but sure is. Our Christina for you. But it is. I mean, I wouldn't like to go and pay like whatever it is, 40, 50 pound to go and watch
To
somebody.
hear them
and
really
they're-
sing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
They're-
like between 40 and 90 pounds tickets we're going for or something like that. I know.
If you paid £90 for Girls,
Girls
Aloud,
Aloud, no.
That's wild.
That's bad, bro.
I've seen them on YouTube. No, really?
Yeah.
That's not.
because you're basically watching the same thing, except on YouTube they'll lip sync.
Yeah.
And be in tune.
Yeah, exactly.
a big- that's a big thing.
I'm mainly just looking forward to being absolutely hammered. It's just
that's
one of those days you're like, right, I'm allowed, like you were saying.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to get hammered today, so you're just buzzing about it all day.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
You've
feeling.
granted
I
yourself
Oh, when you know there's
the
a rip
guilt
off,
I
free.
plan
and you're
my
out,
drinking.
and you're out with people you want to be out with.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna
Yes.
be Girls Aloud will just be the backdrop.
Be the battle,
Yeah.
yeah.
To
And there's
an
nothing like fruity gay tunes when you're steaming. Like,
Yeah.
they hit differently. Like,
Same as fruity gay shirts.
yeah. Damn it.
I was like, keep picking up.
You have, in fairness, you've got your outfit on for Girls Aloud.
Yeah.
Jazz, you're looking too plain for Girls Aloud. You're gonna have to get.
Well, I didn't want to like, I don't know.
We'll go down to Finta,
Outshine.
get you kitted out.
Aye.
Some Finta apparel.
Oh my gosh.
Just need a GA top on you.
Yeah,
They're
free
gonna-
ice cream.
They're gonna try to stop me at the door. They're like, "What are you lost? Are you the help?" Fucking Consuelo over here.
Yeah, I feel
Come
like,
to clean.
I feel like you walking through here would be like me walking through like a really wee hick town in America. And like, oh, fuck.
Somebody go up to you going, "She's me, she's me." Okay, but
God.
I mean, that is. I mean, we like the obvious thing. Obviously, you're a person of color coming over here. Do you ever get any like? You wouldn't get any racism or anything? No.
Really?
No,
Like,
I would.
Just me all the time.
Just you.
Oh yeah, we're allowed to. That's right. Yeah, but no,
Hardcore.
genuinely, just from like, have you ever experienced that?
I think a lot of it here is genuine curiosity because there's not a lot of people of color here.
Okay, yeah.
So when someone's asking me a question, I'm not like you're a racist. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, I'm just like, oh, you genuinely don't know.
Genuinely
and I'll
don't
just
know.
tell you.
Yeah.
You know?
My wife's brother-in-law, my wife's brother-in-law, is South African and black guy, and he was. We went to an event at a local hotel, and it was like a gala ball thing, so everybody was all suited and booted, right?
Yeah.
But the problem was he picked like a red tie or a red thing, and it matched the kind of outfit of the staff.
Oh no! Oh fuck!
Yeah. So this guy comes
Jesus.
up and goes, "Can you get me 2 pints?" And I go, "Do you think I work?" You know, he really. I don't think it was because you were black. I think it was because the red tie. You just looked like the rest. But in his head, he was like, "What the fuck do I look like? I'm going to serve drinks on." It was so funny.
And that probably happened all night as well. He's like, "Fuck this time, bro."
He's been here. He's been in Ireland 20 years or whatever. And I remember like when he's with us and my mates and all, we're standing chatting. I used to love embarrassing people. And they'd say something. I was like, "Why is it because he's black?"
Yeah.
And they were like, "No, I didn't mean it that
I wasn't even talking about anything related.
way." People get so clammed up. No, I wasn't.
I like more of the panic in others where they're just trying to let me know they're not racist. You know what I mean? They're just kind of like, you know, I love Whitney Houston, and I'm like, I don't fucking care. You know what I mean?
Well, I fucking hate her.
So
That must be fun.
it is
torturing
fun.
people,
There's a
yeah.
tension usually when they're like, does she know I'm okay with the colors?
Yeah, and they have to always let you know.
And I'm like, listen, I'm not even okay with the colors. It's all right.
And that was a weird thing we learned from him and from South Africa is they're, even though to us he's a black man,
Yeah.
but to him he's coloured.
Yeah.
Because in South Africa it's that sort of class thing.
Yeah.
So there's whites, colours and blacks.
Yeah, that was.
He wouldn't want to be known as a black.
Yeah.
And like, that's so... You do know when you come here, you've got afro hair,
Yeah.
you're black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you have... And he
Confident
goes, yeah, I know,
people.
but that's where I come from.
That was the same when I was in Florida, yeah. There was like a big like tension between all the staff in there.
Yeah.
And they were always asking me questions. And I was like, well, I don't know. What the fuck? I don't know.
We don't have any view with it.
Leave me the fuck out of it. Yeah.
No.
Although in fairness, we could, we have enough, we know about division.
We're so bad here that like everyone's just against, like everyone believes the same religion and they're still fighting. Do you know what I mean? It's the exact same religion and they're still like, fuck yeah.
There's a slight deviation, but it's worth killing.
What is the
It's
difference?
worth killing thousands for.
Every place
Does
will
he-
find a way to divide.
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
Like, yeah, that classic, you don't go to our school, fuck you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And you will find that, I think, in general, it'll be, even if it's not like your class or your colour or, your religion, it'll be the neighbourhood you're from,
Yeah.
or the school you go to, or the people you hang around with. There's always going to be conflicts of some sort.
What actually is the difference between the Catholics and Protestants? Genuinely.
I
believe
do. The Protestant faith doesn't believe in the Virgin Mary.
So they believe
Like
she
they
was-
wouldn't pray to Mary.
No, they believe she exists. They don't. They just believe she was.
They don't believe they have to go through her to get to.
No, does the Catholic? So they believe she was. Are you saying they don't? They didn't believe she was a virgin?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, she's still the mother of.
But they're still the mother of God, but they believe she was slamming it down.
Basically, that's fucking.
What they were saying.
That Joseph gave her the
Immaculate
Joseph gave her the hammer. You know what I mean? And it wasn't.
It was nothing immaculate about it. Just laying pipe.
It didn't it just showed up.
Yeah, like,
That's
it's Joseph the original simp. He was like, that sounds believable.
Well, I mean, in the Catholic religion, he is the original cook.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? It's like,
It's like, oh, God made me pregnant. And he's like,
okay. Yeah.
it's the third woman this month. What the fuck? So weird.
Yeah, so I do believe, and again, I've never, I kind of forget most of the Catholic teachings, to be honest with you, but so the Protestant teachings that I never had, I don't really sure of.
Yeah, I'm not really.
But I think Protestants do believe that Joseph, as a carpenter, absolutely nailed Mary.
there we go.
It was in there somewhere. I couldn't find it where it was, but it's there. So yeah, and there was and sometimes when you hear some of the things of the Protestant faith, you're like, am I a Protestant?
I am Protestant.
Because some of the stuff's pretty common sense.
Yeah.
We have to believe in angels and Gabriels and all that shit, and I'm like, no, I think it was a cock. No, but
Not an incubus?
yeah, no, I don't think unless Mary was on acid.
Yeah, she's tripping.
There's a theory.
and was tripping balls.
That would be the worst come down to be like,
Wouldn't
my
it?
ass is wearing off and I'm pregnant somehow. What the fuck?
But it's okay. During my trip,
Yeah.
this guy called Gaby, he appeared, and
Some random guy at Benedict's. I'm good.
now why he was in the corner of my room, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Oh my god.
So anyway, that's the theology tick. We've dealt with that.
There's your REs for you.
Yeah. Biology next. Let's go with biology. Should be fucking psychology my next week. But yeah, so as you know, Mickey's away, so we the comedy scene in general has suffered with him.
Yeah, we miss him.
We miss him badly. He might listen to this on the flight back home. Put down the fucking old fashioned.
Drink more, Mickey. Do it. We're like the devils on his earphones. Angel devil.
He doesn't have like an angel or devil. He's two devils, and both of them are telling him to do bad things. But yeah, so we're coming to our final week of guests. So these are probably. I don't know if we have anybody for next week. So you might be the last guest before he returns. So
It's been an honour.
it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
So what are your sort of plans for the next couple of months in regards to comedy? Because I was just talking to somebody this morning about this. Comedy kind of takes a wee bit of a break during the summer.
During the summer, yeah.
Just because it's hard, people holidays and it's hard to sell tickets for things that maybe.
It does. It ebbs and flows during the summertime. I don't know. Like probably just gig as much as I can, and then I would love to put a wee solo show on at some point next year. It was meant to be this year. That I was
going to say when.
I just didn't know about it, so it's now next year.
I was going to say, when are we going to see this, James?
Maybe like after Christmas.
All right.
I just need to confirm it with.
I'm one to talk. Like I'm supposed to. I allegedly have dates and all set.
I just want to be the merch table lady.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, well, mine's
Yeah.
yes, 100%.
The what table, lady?
The merch.
table?
Oh, the merch.
Selling McKegney merch.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. Yeah. I'll come up with some stuff.
What would your merch be?
What would my merch be?
Beards.
Beards?
Yeah.
Beard oil.
Beard oils. Yeah, it would have to be like, some stuff. Oh, I'd like a t-shirt maybe that says Anne Frank of having a wank.
Yeah.
That's like such an old joke, but so I need to just like, I'm going to fucking what's it called? Copyright it? Sell that. Yeah.
Trademark it.
I'm not sure too many other people will be looking to pick that trademark. I think
You can't take this from me.
I think that one might be free at the moment. Yeah, it's very hard.
At the worst now, I can't sell these. I bought 3,000. What the fuck?
And then obviously lube. You could do.
Fucking James McKegney lube. That'd be it.
McKegney lube.
That'd be cool.
Let me help you slide it in. I'll need to come up with some kind of slogan or something. I don't know, yeah. That'd be good, yeah.
Forget about sliding into my DMs.
That'd be deadly, yeah. I'll think about some lube. James McKegney condoms, some
Manure
lube.
flavored. Make a country fucking.
Jesus. I'll get all the country boys on board. Yeah, that sounds good.
You gotta get the country girls on board. They're the ones dealing
Yeah.
with it.
I'll be, fresh silage. That'll be the,
And the smell it goes, oh, just reminds me of that heifer I had.
What's your plans, Jazz?
My plan is to become a citizen. I think I'm hyper focused on that. And then
What do you actually have to do to be a citizen here?
So I'm doing it through ancestry.
Uh-huh.
So my dad and my grandmother were both born in a country that would allow me. I'm trying to talk around what passport I'm getting. That would allow me to apply for a certain passport. So I'm just putting in all the proof that I'm related to them.
Okay.
And then I should be like approved, but then I also have to show that I could, even though I have a job, live without a job for 3 months.
That's like, can you survive in the wild for 3
So
months?
basically, can you fill in a DLA form? Is what they're asking.
And so they're just like, show us in your bank that you can do this, and show us that you could. And I'm like, okay,
You're just
but
making stuff up.
What I can live off of in 3 months,
Yeah.
and what you think I should live off are very different things.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
Nobody here, by the way, gets asked that question.
I know.
Yeah, no, like,
Show us how you can survive for the next 3 months.
Like,
in your
I
bank
really-
account.
I
You're
really don't want to.
No. I can't show you in the next 3 days.
it's not going to be
Well,
pretty.
also, like I get income, so I'm like, why do I have? But I have to prove as if I don't. So I mean, it's fine. But so I'd be doing that, and then mostly as many supports as I can do. Just trying to support as flat out.
Gig-wise, yeah.
Yeah, gig wise.
Oh, I thought you meant like
No,
emotional support.
just trying to support it, No, no.
the
I
country.
don't think I want to do a solo show anytime soon.
No?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. No, I think you're You're close enough. Maybe not this year, but I think next year you could
Maybe
definitely.
next year, like end of next year. But like this year, I just want to, because I feel like when I moved here, comedy's so different and audiences are so different.
What do you notice the big differences?
You guys are up for more. Like you guys would be less offended
Oh yeah.
than most Americans. So I feel like I can almost do more here.
Yeah.
But also like I'm so used to, having to fight for my place. Like it's not even that. It's just like prove yourself. Whereas you guys are all so nice and you're like, give it a go. And like you just try. And I'm like, I don't have to prove that I've been doing this for
Because Nick McCann would tell us about New York and stuff where you have to like you sign up, you have to bring 4 friends or something, and they all have to buy 2 drinks or some weird shit. They got
like food at the club and all that.
But then you're
for
never.
you to maybe go on at 2 a.m. in front of 3 drunk
and
people.
you're never guaranteed a fucking slot, and then you don't know if you're going to.
And
then
anyone could walk in
Right.
who's like a bigger comedian and be like, I want on now.
and you're gone.
And you're gone.
No, fuck.
Because now the headliners come and nobody wants to watch.
Fuck. No, that's not a. It's not an environment for creativity or to be able to progress your career in that
They're
sense.
just
Is it?
not
Like,
nice.
yeah.
Just meeting people.
I don't want to say everybody.
Yeah.
But it's not like a friend. Like here, it feels like a community.
Yeah.
Whereas there, it was just like people who were cutthroat for no reason. I'm like, you're not even funny. Like, chill out.
Not even funny enough to be a dick.
It is so strange for us.
Yeah,
James.
'cause we get it really. It's really nice here.
for a divided community.
Yeah, I know.
And in a historical sense, the one thing we can come together on is the comedy scene.
Yeah, you can go in and like, no matter what side of the fence you fall on, you can say the same jokes, and they love it. Like,
Genuinely don't know most of the people's religion in the comedy scene. As in, there's some who talk about it on stage, you're like, all right, okay. But it's never come up in conversation.
it's
And it's
never
never,
discussed.
even if you were to judge by names, you could fuck yourself up big time. You know what I mean? You
Exactly,
just
yeah.
don't know. And so I love that about us. That's never something that we ever talk about or worry
yeah, I've
about.
actually never
or-
thought about that
No,
before. Yeah,
I don't know. I'm sure I could guess most of them, but I mean, that's
you could definitely get
yeah. But again, unless they're on stage and they're talking about it, or like, oh fuck, okay, I just.
But even
doesn't
then,
ever-
like, it's not something that, even if it was discussed, it's not something that holds any weight
Oh, no,
to anybody
not
at
at
all.
all.
Like, nobody's taking it that
not a chance. No.
seriously.
And that's what, as you say, it's very welcoming in that sense and
Yeah.
inclusive. And here's the thing: I said to somebody recently, I have never seen anybody in the north who's funny and not get a gig.
Yeah, exactly. Like, 'cause as soon as it gets around, immediately,
Yeah.
if someone's good.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. And it is a meritocracy. It's like if you're good enough, and it's not about where you come from or what your background is or anything like that. It's just, are you funny?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because it's a very simple fucking thing you're looking for.
As soon as I hear people complaining, like, oh, they don't give gigs to these kinds of people or these kinds of people, I just like check out.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, are you showing up to a Madden's on Tuesday to line up? And like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
shut up.
Yeah. It's that's been going on for a long time. Where it's like
I didn't mean just here. Like, I meant like.
no, but in
hey,
general, yeah. I mean, it's happening for a while. Where that's a clique of they're a wee clique to stick together.
Yeah.
No, it just like we have a weird scenario where I'm probably one of the later ones to join. Mm-hmm. So when you've got Mickey, Colin, and Shane, Woodsy, Darren Matthews, and that they were all maybe a year before me. Some of them 2-3 years before
Yes.
me.
Yeah.
But we then all sort of, if you want to say, started at the same time in that sense, where the scene started to build a bit. Now Shane and Colin did massive work with their online thing and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Really.
so then it's like we're a bunch of mates.
Yeah.
It's not like a bunch of clicky comedians. It's like we're just
You just
mates
became
because we
mates.
all suffered together. We all did the gigs to 4 people, and we all fucking
Yeah.
when you share that death.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It's-
does, mate.
Oh,
It does
shared
actually.
death.
Shared
death is beautiful.
yeah, I mean, there's nothing else, especially when everybody dies.
Yeah.
And then if the lineup was like 6 people on, and 5 die, but 1 does well, and everybody's like,
Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing worse than being that one guy that dies, and you're just like, fuck.
oh yeah, the other way around. Oh, well, the other way around is worse, I suppose. Yeah, but
it's the worst.
if you're the one guy that does well, and the rest have done
yeah.
bad, they're like, we don't want to talk to him.
But you just sit there and be like, it was okay. But you know in yourself, you're like, yes, I killed it.
I like when I'm a minute in and I realize, oh, they hate me. And I'm just like, guys, I'm here for another 19 minutes.
Oh, it's not worse than when you realize
I'm
immediately.
So sorry.
Yeah. Oh,
But
That happened to me on Friday night actually, and in Dailies where I wasn't supposed to do. So Mike Rice was there for his tour show,
just saw him last night.
and Mike didn't have a warm up act, so he came to Daly's and was like, I don't have anybody. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Shit, so
You know what I mean? I can't turn around and go, oh, no, I won't be able to get you something. Me standing there, like, I was like, oh. But I'm in shorts. And, you know, I was there to run the show. It wasn't to be on stage.
Yeah.
And not that shorts is any big thing, but for me to wear shorts on stage, I was like, I have never done this before.
Yeah.
And, but I went on, and there was 2 guys in the front row who just, in the first 2-3 minutes, fucking arms folded, just like this. But I eventually got them.
Yeah.
I had to work at the cons and I had to stare at them the odd time to get them. You know, that awkward eye contact. But I got them eventually. But initially it's like, oh my God, what am I going to do with these fucking 2?
I know, like, even if you're sitting there that upset, just be like,
yeah, at least
do that.
Especially if you're in the front row.
Like,
I know.
What are you trying to prove here?
Yeah.
No one else can see you behind you.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. But he actually had 2 people walk out.
Really?
Yeah, on Friday night, which is never happened in Daly's. And they made a kind of a scene when they left too.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was
Americans?
weird. No, Craigavon.
Ah,
Yeah.
just as bad.
Thankfully, they weren't from Oma, so that's all right. We won't hold that against. But yeah, I'm not going into detail of it, but basically he mentioned suicide.
Right.
In his,
Oh, yes, I
in
saw
his
that
bit.
bit.
Yeah,
But he's not. Anyway.
he's not doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again,
It's just the word.
it's the word.
So people just go, don't like it. I'm out.
Triggered.
Yeah.
Trigger.
Go to
That's
therapy.
it. Gone. And then they were like, yeah. And I met them outside as they were coming out, and you know, I kind of apologized, but I didn't really know what I was apologizing for because
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you're upset.
Yeah.
It's like it.
And then they went, but we loved you. And I was like, well, fuck Mike, then that's all right. That's
all right to hear.
right. But it was a weird one. And you know what it did? It created an unwelcome tension in the room.
Yeah.
As you can
that's not
imagine.
worse.
It's just like everybody in the room is like, what the fuck are these? You know,
Yep.
a fair play to him. He brought them around and brought them back again, which was great. But
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
takes a lot of
hate
skill
that
to do that because that was an awkward. And I knew I was in the green room at Daly's. Chatting to somebody, and they were saying something. I went, stop. Something's happened. I knew something had happened.
Spidey sense.
Your comedy.
No,
sense.
it was. Do you know when you hear the rhythm of laughter come from the
Yeah.
room, and then there's nothing?
Yes.
Now sometimes that can happen, but it's only like 5-6 seconds
Storytelling
because somebody's
kinda,
telling a story.
yeah.
But this was a wee bit longer of a gap than I liked in my ear, and I was like, stop there, something's happened. As I walked out, them 2 were just coming out the door.
That's so cool.
And I was
And
like, I
raging.
fucking knew. My mate was like, that's like some sort of spidey sense. I was like, no, I just knew something had happened. I knew what it was. And that's, yeah.
wild.
And then, but again, they weren't from the town. And I don't think they'd been to a comedy show before.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like sometimes you get these people and you're like, how did you even end up here? Like,
Yeah.
where did you come from?
And Vittorio had the same thing when he came to us at tour show. 2 people out of the 100 people, I only knew 2 people. I'd never seen the rest of them before.
That's crazy.
Ever in dailies, I'd never entered. Like if I do dailies, I might know 30% by name and another 30% to see. You know,
Yeah.
Yes.
2 people. I was the only one who knew
That's
for Vittorio.
wild.
And then it was like, so you have never come here before, and then so your first night of comedy is to a tour show, not to a comedy club, or you know.
Yeah, yeah. So it's and it is kind of different as well.
And especially for
Different
the
vibes.
likes of Vittorio, not who's spotted online.
Yeah.
This is where these people are seeing them.
These are
on
TikTok like
Yeah,
fans,
TikTok fans,
heads.
and
They
they're
don't have the attention span.
it's. Do you know what it was?
Yeah, they're-
it's not even that.
He's on and they're like,
Yeah, that's exactly. I said to one of the guys, I was like, I was half waiting for them to put their hand up and go, you know, just move them along because that's what they're used to. Yeah, it was very, very strange, and I wouldn't mind. But Vittorio's show was fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
it was
he's
really, really
fucking
good,
brilliant, like,
really,
isn't
really
he?
good show. And John Maher, shout out to John, our friend. He did fucking fantastic. But again, it was just like this weird. I don't know,
vibe in the room.
weird vibe in the room, and there's nothing you can do. You know, people say about it, oh, you can't blame the audience. Sometimes, just sometimes, very rarely, you fucking can.
Yeah, it's very
yeah, I know you can. Yeah, like they just, it's almost as if they like subconsciously just all of a sudden agreed, like we're not gonna like this, and then they're just like no one has to say anything,
Yeah, it was so surreal.
or else
weird.
they all agree to like it. It's a very weird
Yeah,
fucking thing.
very strange. But then again, when we have our club nights on, it's never like that. You know, our regulars come in and it's, you know,
Yeah,
they're
It's
up for it,
unreal.
and they're like, yeah, they're up for it, and they really enjoy, and they understand comedy, and they really appreciate a good joke and a good line.
yes,
you know, that sort of way.
So they're there
Yeah.
to laugh.
Whereas
they're
this
looking
other
for it.
thing was just, yeah, I'd never experienced it before.
Yeah,
Like a social media crowd, it was very,
Yeah, they're like make us laugh type of thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
very strange. But anyway, yeah. So I mean, you've both played daily, so we'll
what?
get you back again at some point. But have you had any deaths recently?
Recently, like I had a.
We don't want to hear about how well you've done anywhere, right? No
me
no
think.
comedian wants to hear that shit.
too many good ones. Yeah, no, recently I had one. It was like kind of the same situation. You're out there, everyone's laughing, and then all of a sudden, like, there's two people in the front row started responding, like as if I was asking them questions. They're like, that's just like our Thursday and shit. And I'm like, okay. She was like, I work in a place just like that. And eventually the audience just stopped laughing, and it was now focused entirely on these two women just responding to everything I said. I was like, okay.
I actually don't know what that is.
I don't know what
is
it
it?
is.
And sometimes I think it's egotistical that they think, oh, well, I'm going to take all the attention away from all these other people.
Yeah.
Or are they so engrossed that they forget that they're in a, you know what I mean, that they're in a room of other people and
They're just like out steaming. They probably don't go to things.
well, the steaming thing's different. Yeah,
Oh, they're blocked, and they're
Yeah.
like, they probably think it's great crack. They're like, oh my god, like, do you know what I mean? And then it just ruins it.
yeah. We added to the show.
Yeah, I've heard that. I was making it better. You're like, no.
I'm making it better. That's that has to be the worst line to ever come out of an audience member ever.
I
I was making it better.
You're like, fuck. That's not good.
So yeah, no, that's. I mean, have you any bad experiences over here yet?
I've had some like
Classic deaths.
I've had some deaths, but recently I haven't had any huge deaths, but I did have like a huge sabotage from Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, the motherfucker.
I know. I had a fundraiser show, but all these people had bought tickets to come to my show. So I'm thinking it literally had 6 tickets left. So I was like, oh, I'm basically doing like a sold out room. And they were all at Bruce Springsteen. There was like 12 people out of everyone who bought tickets there. And I was like, this motherfucker.
You should have asked us. Like, bro, I can't believe you didn't know that was what fuck
What
you
the
did.
hell?
There's a weird.
There's room for one American here? Any Q boss?
There's a weird thing that's happened since COVID, where every time we put on a show, about 10 to 15% don't turn up.
Yeah, there's always that
Every
drop, like, I
single
know.
show.
Yeah.
And in a way, we're like, well, we've got the money. We don't,
Yeah.
But it does affect the show
Yeah.
because then you're missing the front row.
It's always the front
Or you're
fucking
missing,
row
yeah,
as
it's
well.
always the front row. So you're missing that extra thing. So then you have to remove seats and all this sort of shit. But the 1 month that you would oversell the show is the month it all fucking turn up.
Yeah.
Murphy's Law. They go, oh, you know what would happen.
Yeah, and there's been a few times at the terrace when me and Finley are booking it, like, we've had the entire crowd come in, and I'm like, why do we still have 20 names on the list? Like, where did we even, how did that even do that?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know.
As
People
people
just dander it in, like.
That was a question I had recently to the staff and dailies. Are going, are we sure we're stopping people here? Because if these 12 people turn up that aren't here yet,
There's
I don't
no
have
seats,
12 fucking
yeah.
seats, but I know I have exactly 1 seat for every single person on that
Yeah,
list.
I don't know what that is.
And like, it's my daughter doing the door, so I was like, "Mate, are you?" It's just like, I'm
She's like,
fucking-
yeah,
I'm keeping an eye on all of them. I was like, I don't know, are you
Watching
fucking,
Victoria on
are you taking,
TikToks, like-
yeah, you taking backhanders and fucking charging people to pay at the door, and I don't know about it.
I realised I can't even do the alphabet, because I was like, I'll do the door tonight front, and they were just like, O'Neill, and I'm like, the fuck is O? I have no idea. I'm like, I just couldn't do it all.
I don't know how you guys run gigs. I couldn't do it.
No?
I'd feel bad, especially like knowing other comedians. Like, you feel like it's almost currency at that point. You're like, oh, I'll give you a gig if you give me. I would hate it.
Yeah, that is.
Oh no, I don't do that shit.
I would be like so nervous to tell people no.
No, but you don't really. It's like,
It has to be based on merit.
Yeah.
It can't see this crack. I mean, I could do that.
Yeah.
I could do to a lot of people who run gigs around the country. Go, listen, I'll give you a slot in dailies. You give me a slot there, but that's not.
yeah, you just got. I think you just got to try and give everyone.
Everybody gets a fair shot.
Yeah,
and if they're not, I'm going to be honest with you. If they don't do well, there's going to be a delay before they're asked.
Oh
back.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's simple as that. We're kind of fortunate / unfortunate that we only have 10 club shows a year.
Yeah.
So-
that isn't too bad actually.
So there's only 10 shows. So then I have to try
fill
and
up
fit.
so quick
They
as
fill
well.
up so quick. But even for lineups,
Yeah.
you have people messaging me saying, "Can I get on dailies?" And I'm like, but we've only 10 shows, so I won't be able to get you in until the middle of 2025.
Yeah, I know.
It's
I've
booked
had to
up.
say that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I can get you in after September, and I'm like, fuck, that sounds what
It's so bad. Well, I'm saying fucking June 2025. You know what I mean? Because we've a headliner and three support acts. So that's 40 people I can get in for the year.
Yeah, no.
And like, if you think of how many new, like yourself,
Yeah.
the new open mic acts coming up,
Yeah.
and you don't want to let them down, but at the same time too, you have to be very selective. And you have to go. So
I always think, I'm like, yes, I got everyone, and then I'll get like 10 messages, and I'm like, fuck. I got
yeah.
everyone.
I try where I can. I try to watch new acts. If I see if there's an open mic night on for free, I'll try to get to it, because that's what you should be doing as a promoter.
Oh, 100%,
Going
yeah.
and seeing the new acts coming up and coming through, but. it's hard work sometimes to try and fit everything in when you're gigging and all that sort of shit. So.
But I mean, I think comedians get it because, like, Dailies is obviously established and known for, quality.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to stick to the integrity of what people are showing up for.
Absolutely,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So anyone who's self-aware would
Yeah.
be like, wouldn't even ask.
Well, that's it. And our audience, our regulars,
So-
don't be long.
so-
They don't be long letting you know when they didn't like an act or they didn't, but and then sometimes, like yourself, for instance, your recent time before, right away people were like, get her back.
I
Get her
loved
back.
it.
Yeah.
I loved it. I was like, I could have done another 10 minutes with that. I was like, I was done.
Yeah, that's the problem too. I was like, get off the fucking stage. You're enjoying
It's always
it
a
too
good
much.
feeling though, or like a good sign when you come off and like I just want to get back on. Like,
Yeah.
that was a good gig. Like,
Yeah, well, it doesn't feel like the time's dragging.
Yeah.
That's
There's
what you
no.
know,
As soon as you feel that time drag, you're like, oh shit. This
When,
is
if you're
gonna
sitting there going, oh fuck, I've still 15 minutes to go. That's, it's not going well.
It's,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a bad one.
But and we all have those experiences, and that's not to say that none of us will not have them in the future.
Oh, they're coming.
They're painful.
They are soul destroying. Like,
Sometimes it's funny though. I think I've gotten to the point where I kind of laugh after.
Yeah.
Before I would have like ruined my entire week.
Yeah, if you can find the funniness in it, it's you like you fucking need to, or you're gonna be upset.
yeah. I remember in the early days, like Dublin and places like that, where there was no payment.
Really
there wasn't
tough.
even fuel costs.
Yeah, you're getting
You
the bus
died
on.
on your hole, and you were driving home at like 1 o'clock in the morning, going, "What the fuck? What am I
for
doing?
like 5 minutes.
What am I doing?" Now that was the first 5-6 years of my starting. There was
and down to Dublin.
There was no money. There was Dublin, there was Belfast, but there was the Empire or PAV.
Yeah.
So the PAV was no money, and the Empire you get in once a year, twice a year if you were lucky. So there was nowhere to go, so you had to go to Dublin or whatever, and you were like, it was so painful. Me and McCann will tell you tonight on the way up the road. Ask him about the gig me and him did with the MC we had. Who, to this day, I'll never forget that MC. It was like MC killed the audience. First act brought the audience back. MC killed the audience. Next act brought the audience back. Like every fucking act in between. By the time the last act got on, I think her name was Eve Darcy, if I remember correctly. And we all felt so sorry for her because we'd done as much as we could trying to get the crowd. And then he fucking killed it again. And then the audience were like, that's it. And they just took it out on her.
Oh no.
She got heckled the whole way through. And I was like, that's all because of that fucking cunt there. Like,
Me and McCann did a similar gig to that. I remember it was like way before the Terrace Laughs was started. There was like another gig in there. This guy got me, McCann, and Mark down. And the way he'd set up the room, he had just seats up the two sides. So the whole middle of the hall was empty, except for like 2 tables.
What?
And no crowd came. He's like, nobody bought tickets, so I just got the kids from the youth club that I know to come in. So they're all under 18. And he's like, also my ma's here, so she sat there. And then he got up and he was like, so I went down to town the other day, and his mom was like, no, you didn't. It's like your own ma's heckling you, bro.
That happened to me recently.
Yeah.
With a comedian we all know, I'll not name him because I don't want to name and shame, but a comedian we know whose father was in the audience
Yes.
decided to heckle me,
What the
right? And I didn't know it was this person's father. I just had been, right? No, I should.
Yes.
Oh, no.
The week before it was a sister.
The week before, right? You were there. The microphone will pick it up. So,
Oh no.
yeah. So I was, where was
Nearly
it?
said it.
Ulster Sports Club, wasn't it? Upstairs.
Yeah.
And this girl never fucked up. And I mean, like, was joining in with all the acts.
Yeah.
And then I was headlining. I thought, oh, for fuck's sake, I can deal with this. And I tried multiple times dealing with her and telling her to fuck up and all the rest. And I had to resort to shut the fuck up, which I don't like. I use that as the very last thing to do. If I can. And she just won't come up. And I come off stage and that act went, that's my sister.
Oh no.
So he had booked me for the following week, and I swear to God, did this gig. And this old man who I never even made the connection. And then I come off, and he looked at me and went, "You're not going to believe this." I went, "Well," and he went, "That boy, that's my father." And I was like, "Oh, will you tell your family to stay the fuck away from gigs, especially if I'm on?" But you can't control that. And somebody thought he was having the crack and joined in. And I'm like, "No, you're not."
Oh, that was
Oh,
so
my God.
good.
Sort it out, Sean McLeavy. Fuck's sake, lad.
See, I'm trying to be diplomatic. You need McKegney to come in and just ram it home. Just get in there.
Oh God.
No lube needed for that one. Just the dry drive straight in. So
That is mental though.
it is. But then and you do find that sometimes that you go to gigs, and I recently seen it where somebody had a friend with them, and I actually fucking I heard them heckle throughout the whole throughout every other act except them, and I was like, that's the number one rule.
Yeah. So
Whoever that friend is, leave them.
That sounds like a plant. Like
leave
that
them
episode
at home,
of
like,
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Sabotage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we noticed that in the PAV years ago, where somebody is trying it out for the first time,
Yeah.
bring like 15 mates,
Bring the squad. Like.
squad along to support them, and then that squad talks through every other act,
Yeah.
and then the act who brought them gets up and does well and the rest, and goes down, and every comedian's like, I don't want to talk to you.
But they come off thinking, I'm the man.
Yeah.
Or
Like,
they all leave as soon as that act is gone,
or they
and
leave.
half the audience is
Yeah,
gone.
and half the audience is gone. But then the act doesn't realize why are they so off with me, and you're like, because your fucking mates ruined my set, or that was happening in the early days, so it still happens to this day.
That's mad.
But if half the audience then leaves, so like it's up to the promoter to go, right, okay, well, if there's so many here to see them, we'll move you to the end of the.
Yeah, exactly. Keep them in the whole night.
Keep it in, because they don't give a fuck. They just start talking through, and then it doesn't help, because I said to somebody very recently, I just said, listen, you'll not get booked. You'll not get booked for gigs if you keep bringing people, or if you keep heckling and joining in, even though you think it's good crack.
Oh, that's insane. Like, heckling.
But they're brand new. They're brand new.
Right, okay.
And I said, like, it's not going to work. You need to, because you know yourself. If you were there and you went, fucking Jazz keeps bringing her friend with her who keeps fucking heckling, well, Jazz ain't getting booked.
Yeah.
That's just the way it's going to be.
I don't know.
Big Brown.
No,
Pipe down, bro.
So yes. So listen, I'm not going to keep you too much longer, because I know Girls Aloud are crying out for you.
them beers.
So I'll tell you what, we normally do this, Jazz. We normally do either or questions.
Okay.
So I was going to do it with James, but I'm going to do it with you first. We'll do
Okay.
that. Because we asked our patrons for questions, and they send us questions in based on James being here, not you.
Sweet.
Okay.
So, but there's some that actually you can answer
I
both.
sabotaged you, Jazz. I was going to bring you this whole time.
All it's
Right. So either or questions. So you
Right.
have to
pick one or the other.
one or the other, and you have to pick. You have to have one. You can't say neither.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, do you know what? Because I thought James was doing this, the first one I just wrote top or bottom. But anyway, that's.
Well,
Let me draw you up a diagram. Give me a pen.
I was thinking about you the other day, actually. Remember at the darts?
Oh, yeah?
And I was like, here, man, I have to go for a colonoscopy now on Tuesday. Am I all right?
I just had a flash.
You'll be grand.
I didn't even remember that until you said it. A big flash.
And then actually I was grand. It was
Give
good.
you a pep talk.
It was all right, actually. Right. Jazz. Sand or sea?
see.
Red sauce or brown sauce?
Brown sauce.
Okay. Apple or orange?
Orange.
Poem or song?
Song.
Shorts or trousers?
Shorts.
De Niro or Pacino?
De Niro.
France or Italy?
Italy.
Batman or Superman?
Batman.
White bread or brown bread?
White bread.
Be racist.
Sweat or tears?
Tears.
EastEnders or Coronation Street?
I've never seen either.
I know this was names and frames. Right? Pizza or pasta?
Pizza.
Long or hard?
Hard.
I love that question always. Sweet or savory?
Savory.
Lennon or McCartney?
What?
Lennon or McCartney?
What are you saying?
Lennon
or McCartney?
or McCartney?
Oh, I thought you said something else.
What did you think I said?
I don't want to say.
I know what you thought you said.
McCartney.
Laptop or tablet?
Laptop.
Flip flops or sandals?
Flip flops.
Cheese and onion or salt and vinegar?
Salt and vinegar.
The Sopranos or The Wire?
Sopranos.
Singing or dancing?
Singing.
Las Vegas or Bangkok?
Ooh. Bangkok.
Petrol or diesel?
Petrol.
Sofa or armchair?
Armchair.
Beef or pork?
Pork.
Cinema or theatre?
Cinema.
Sweet or sour?
Sweet.
Liam or Noel?
Liam.
Chocolate or crisps?
Chocolate.
Cupcake or muffin?
Cupcake.
Deck chair or Yumz? There's only one answer to that.
Yumz.
No answer. Yeah. So the pressure that was on there.
You answered everyone wrong, unfortunately.
Yeah. So your citizenship is gone now. That's you.
That was the test.
That was the test.
It's all set up, bro.
Yeah. The Home Office asked me to put that through. And I was like,
nervous.
under pressure. So yes, we'll finish off with our questions from our patrons, and there's some we can transfer across, I hope. Right. Okay. Oh, geez, there's more in there. Right. Did James enjoy Newry on Friday night? He was fantastic.
Yes, it was a fucking class gig. Newry Town Hall.
That was Matthews, was it?
Yes, Matthews and McKegney.
Oh, that's the time. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Very good.
So much crack.
That's from John. No, John Shortland was on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he did brilliantly as well, actually. Smashed it.
Deadly, good to see. Right, Amri Doc. The Doc says, will Daly's Comedy Club be still running through the summer, and are you gigging at Edinburgh Fringe Festival this year? We don't do it during the summer, normally the club shows, but we may have wee sneaky pop-up nights, but we don't know yet. Gigging at the Fringe this year, I can't imagine so. Mickey's not going, so
No?
if he's not going, I usually jumped on, went over and for 3 or 4 nights and drank with him.
Yeah, I might just do that, like just a weekend or something.
Yeah,
I
I did
do
that
that
last
every year, and I
year.
still don't even get to do it. Like
I did that last year for 3 nights, but I mean, you have to. Number one, the accommodation is extortionate. So, like, I was staying in like a university student hall, which is fine, but you know, you're not going to get a hotel.
Let's get a camper van and we'll go for 3 days.
That would
if you
be-
want to.
Let's do it.
100%.
Can I come? Yeah, okay. Are you none of you are planning on the Fringe this year, next year? Or is it even something you would think about doing?
I mean, I think I would like to do it for like a couple of weeks, and every year I keep going, this will be the year I'll do it, and then it comes to paying for everything, and I'm like, fuck that.
It's the money.
It's
yeah.
so
the money.
It's all expensive. Yeah, and sometimes, 99.9% of the time, there's no payoff.
Yeah,
The only payoff is
that you've gigged every day.
your set is better.
Yeah.
See,
Because
last,
you've done it over and over for 26 days or whatever it is. But
last August, everyone was away, and I had like 30 gigs in August.
Yeah, that's
this
right.
is the other thing. Yeah,
It worked out better for me being over here.
that is the thing.
every day.
Sometimes in previous years that's happened, apart from COVID, obviously. But in previous years, when they all go to Edinburgh, I'm like, oh, yes, I'm available. Yes, I'm available. Yes, I'm available. Yeah. There's plenty of offers, but yeah, that's. I don't know what's going to happen this year in regards to outdoor gigs. Remember during COVID, there was all that outdoor gigs.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know if there's going to do try and continue that trend. I don't know. Last year, I don't think they didn't really do.
Pugs did something like that, didn't they?
Pugs did it in Boneyard, and then Mickey had done like an outdoor tour, like Todd's Leap and places like that.
Okay, yeah.
And stuff. So I don't know if that's going to happen, but right. Were there any comedians in the circuit that you initially thought was a bit of a cunt but turned into a friend, apart from Mickey?
Do you know what? No, actually, like I don't think I came across anybody that I was like, what a cunt. I think everybody was pretty civil from the
Apart
get.
from that fucking MC in Dublin.
That guy, yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody. Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah, I remember being pretty put off by Jake O'Kane when I first met him, and it was just because it was my second time doing the Empire.
And he's like full on as hell. Like,
He was the MC, and he was just a wee bit. I remember I ran a bit of material past him, and he went, "No, don't." Do that."
oh my god, you're like, shit, I'm opening with
I was
that.
like, "Oh fuck!" I was like, "That's my closer." But it turned out actually, I met him once or twice after that. And he was sound. I think he was just in the zone. He was just getting ready to MC because Empire's a hard fucking gig to MC or to perform at. So initially I thought, don't know what to do.
Yeah,
But
like
now,
some new guy's like, what do you think of this bit? And he's like, fuck off, bro.
and do you know what? He was fucking right.
Yeah, he's right.
He was absolutely right. So that's why I couldn't really argue. And when I tried the bit, it was like, oh, that's what he was talking about. And I've never said it again since. Right, next up. All right, Jez, what is something a host of a gig does that grinds your gears?
I don't like when they like list all these accolades right before you're about to go on.
Oh yeah, that's always crazy.
I'm like, I'm not that funny today. I need you to chill out.
the greatest comedian ever. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
She did this. I was and I bombed there. Could you like shut up?
Yeah, I don't get that at all.
I hate
I
that.
never. I always either say the one and only or
some
please welcome.
kind
I
of
just give a
term like
name
that.
because that crack of this next act is one of the best you'll ever see, and you're like, whoa, that's you've really raised the expectations there that are going to be fucking dramatically hit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is something that it doesn't need it.
Yeah.
If you put the audience clapping and the MC has done a good enough job getting laughing.
Yeah,
whatever.
don't let them just have no expectation of each person. Like.
I'm trying to think of anything else. One thing and I said to William about this recently, and I actually watched Andrew Ryan last Tuesday in the Empire, and Andrew's very good at it.
Right.
As an MC, when you're talking to somebody in the audience, you have to repeat what they've just said to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, nobody can hear. What you're
Otherwise,
talking
it's you and them and a couple of people either side having a conversation, and the rest of the room going, I don't know what's going on here.
about. Yeah, that's very true. Actually.
You're hearing one
That's
side
good.
back, especially in libraries. If you're talking to someone in the front row and they're not responding, they're like, and then go into the next question and like, no reply,
Nobody can hear.
say what they just said to you.
Yeah.
And I watched Andrew and he was fucking brilliant.
He's
He was
phenomenal.
really, really good. He
He's
was
a great MC.
He literally verbatim replied back exactly what they said.
Yeah.
And then, because then otherwise you're leaving the rest of the audience out.
Yeah.
So then if you do come up with a real zinger, the rest of the audience is like, I don't know what the fuck I related to.
Yeah, that is so true. Like, and then like just repeating it back as well. You can just do all the inflections of what they're saying. You can even make something that's not that funny sound amazing. Like, do you know what I mean?
Because then you've just said, you say that back, it gives you a couple of seconds thinking time.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Anything else? I'm trying to think. They're one of the big ones. Or an MC taking too long.
And then like an aggressive MC. Like sometimes they go up and they be overly aggressive with the audience.
Yeah.
You're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Making everybody angry.
I've seen that before. Yeah, where I've seen somebody going MCing and they're trying to take the piss out of the audience, but not in a way of like roasting, like gentle ribbon. Like they're really like, I want to show you I'm better than you.
Right, yeah.
And there's nothing worse for an audience, especially an audience here, going, who the fuck do you think you are?
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Here they're like,
Yeah. So I've seen that before, and I'm thinking, no, just your job is to have. In fact, if anything, you should be allowing them to slag you.
yeah.
You should be allowing them, the self.
You're taking the hit.
Yeah, take the hit because you're the MC. But I've been to a gig before where like an MC's taking 15, 20 minutes. And I'm like, take a slot.
yeah, like you
What
don't
are
need
doing?
MC.
You
Why
don't
do
need
it
MC. 10 should be your maximum. If you have to go 12, maybe go 12, but 10 should be them. And even then, that's not professional. Professional will be 5.
Yeah.
To get
Yeah.
done right. But I always find that I'm sitting, especially if you're waiting to go on.
And then they do it between every act.
do it every
They'll do like 5. You're like, come on.
I can't be a hypocrite and not call out that I did that last year.
Oh, did you? Was that your thing?
But I was steaming.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, just once?
In
That's
Edinburgh,
all right.
at Edinburgh.
Nice.
And there was like 20 people in the room, so it was all right. But I genuinely thought I had done 5 minutes. Until I come off and Mickey informed me it was 25.
Jesus. For opening.
Oh, I was
Or like,
MCing.
for the MC opening the show like that. Like, Jesus. 25.
And that's why I'll never, ever, ever do stand-up drunk.
Was that the only time you ever did it drunk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I thought, sure. And we've been drinking from 2 o'clock in the day.
Yeah.
What time was the show at? 10 o'clock at night.
That's done. Like, so me and you went out for one pint before Lavery's.
Yeah.
And that turned into like 5 or 6. And then I had to go to Lavery's and I was like,
The plan
oh,
was
shit, this could
one.
go bad.
Yeah.
Plan was one.
That can go really bad.
It went well actually, thankfully. It was a really good crack.
Yeah.
Next up, Connor, can we get some more Q&A with Nev? Nev says we'll speak about it in his contract. James, is there a goal you have for the podcast? This is your own podcast, by the way. The chance to get promoting your...
absolutely shafted. The podcast.
That's what you're hoping to get out of it?
Yeah, I'm gonna get absolutely shafted, folks. We get laid. No, like so it's me and my cousin Aaron, and it's kind of just a good excuse for us because we hadn't seen each other in years, and it's just like a good excuse for us to hang out.
I love the name.
Absolutely shafted.
Absolutely
Yeah.
shafted is fucking...
Yeah, so it was like kind of came from a guy who worked for him was dropping off a lorry at some place, like emptying it or getting it filled, and the guy got out, and the person who worked there went to the lorry driver. He was like, "Oh, you look like that fella James McKegney." He was like, "Oh, I actually know him," and then he goes, "Oh, is he bent as a brush? Are you bent as a brush shaft as well?" And he was like, what? Like thought it was fine. He was like, "That's hilarious. Let's call it that." But also didn't make sense because brush shafts are straight.
Yeah,
Like,
they're very...
well, what the fuck's
If
wrong with
anything,
this?
you couldn't find anything straighter than a brush shaft.
What's wrong with this guy's brushes? Like, just doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
Brushing around corners.
And so then we just landed on absolutely shafted because it was like simpler. But we just use it as an excuse to hang out every week for a few hours, and it's great crack. And whatever comes of it, comes of it.
Absolutely. Well, myself and Mickey were the same, and then during COVID, it was like Mickey was like, "That's my excuse to work."
Yeah.
Maybe we weren't allowed out anywhere, so he would drive. Like cops stopped him coming in Domo, and I said, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm working." Do a podcast. Right, Nev, is there a piece of recording equipment you'd like for the pod?
New cameras,
New cameras. Okay, there you go. If you should like to donate to the cause, we have go fuck me. Did you say we have we have cameras available to us? We just don't know where they are. We keep being told we've got new cameras, black magic cameras.
I know about black magic.
Oh, yeah.
We'll just move on quickly away from that. Okay. Right? Enough. Right. Well, lads, is running your own comedy night a nightmare, or is the thrill of piecing it all together make it worth it? Do you have much help, or is it mainly you calling the shots? Well, yeah. Well, for me, it's me.
Yeah, for me, it's me and Finn. I actually really enjoy it. I didn't think I would, but I do actually enjoy it.
I don't mind it.
Yeah,
I
imagine completely solo. It's a completely different thing.
Yeah, it's not even that. They have a great team. So Decky does the sound for us, and obviously my daughter Mia does the door. But it's the weird thing about it is the booking. You know, so you're trying to get the bookings in, and you also are aware of, you know, some of the guys are fucking doing SSE Arena, you know what I mean? And then I'm trying to ask them, going, can you come down home?
You need 10 minutes spot, please.
So that's a bit difficult, and I pull in a lot of favors, and my favors are coming to an end very soon, probably. But that's difficult. I think the admin part of it, you know, because I'm typical 40-year-old plus.
Yeah.
Social media is okay, but I'm not.
That's a surprising amount of admin. Even split with me 2 people, I'm like, there's a lot of stuff
yeah.
to do for one night.
Yeah, even if you just we're once a month as well. Yeah. So even like for payments and getting invoices from people and all that sort of stuff, and then the posters and all, you know, dealing with refund requests, just stupid things that people don't see. Like but is it worth it? No. But ultimately, absolutely not. But do you know what it does for me? And I'm sure I don't know if it happens for you as well, and it'll be the same for you if you set up a gig. Is that you get to, as MC, you get to try out 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, I do. I do enjoy that. Because I've only started MCing at the Terrace.
Right, okay.
And I quite enjoy it, actually.
Yeah. And for me, because I live in Oma, and the same for you in Mahara, going to Belfast to go to the pub to try out 3 minutes is not worth the fucking journey. You know, so at least I have it there in dailies.
You
know,
home,
if I have to. Yeah. Like. So that's the good thing about it, but it's a not as rewarding as you'd like it to be.
Yeah.
Financially, I mean. Right, was doing a gig in Oma at the weekend and saw a slammed golf with a Trump sticker on the back window. Is that yours, Connor? No, I would never have my golf slammed. No, I do not own a Trump bumper sticker. Not yet. They're in
2024.
2024. Yeah, come on, the dog. So. Here, listen. What have we got?
Ice cream told me everything. I knew.
What?
I knew this down.
What choice do we have, like, between Trump or Biden? And we're like, holy fuck!
That's why I'm trying to become a citizen here.
Yeah. Oh no! Don't look into our politics. don't let that be the decision to stay. You know, that's not going to be good. Did you see the WhatsApp messages between Arlene and Michelle?
Oh shit! No.
So they during the COVID inquiry last week, they released the WhatsApp messages. First of all, I've said this on Just Rapping On. Can we all acknowledge the fact that our country is being run by a WhatsApp?
Oh yeah, like all group chat.
I don't know what. I just always assumed there was some special like government server they went on because they're a minister of a country.
Yeah,
no, WhatsApp.
People fucking just chat each other, writing on their walls.
So yeah, but they released, and like of course Sinn Féin deleted all their messages, of course, by mistake.
Oh yeah, of course it was a mistake. Like, they would never purposely do that.
After they were told not to.
Yeah.
But I have this tinfoil conspiracy on that.
Right.
I do believe they had to delete them all because most of the messages would probably end with either up the ra or chuck air la.
No doubt.
So they couldn't publish them to anybody. So just delete the whole lot.
They're like accidentally delete those fucking nouns.
Yeah, you Arlene going, what's TAL? Don't worry about Arlene. That's great. Right. Next, we all know Mickey could be turned by Mr. Pascal. Is there a woman that could turn James or a man for Yumz?
So Mickey's is Pedro Pascal?
Pedro Pascal is his.
Let me see.
I'll ask the second question after that. Yeah, he's Pedro. I
remember thinking when I was a kid, Angelina Jolie and Tomb Raider was hot as fuck. I used to rent that out all the time.
Yeah, that could be.
I think any woman that I was watching that like could kick the fuck out of like whatever, I was like, that's pretty cool. Excellent. I liked it. Yeah.
Like Mo to be centers.
Yeah.
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 That was it.
Was
my
I don't
thing.
know. I've said before, Nathan Fillion is my. I do like a bit of Nathan.
Nathan
Who's that?
Fillion.
He's in what was he in Serenity or Firefly, the show.
I know who you're talking about.
He's in Castle.
Is he a hottie? You don't, not to you.
It's all right.
Okay.
He's all right. He's all right. Hemsworth would do it for me. Either or. I would take both. Maybe both. But anyway, the Hemsworth would do it for me.
I see that. I see that one.
Yeah. Okay. Fillion's just because I think he's cool as fuck.
I need to look into this guy. Fillion.
Nathan Fillion.
I would maybe for Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson also, yes.
She's hot.
She's hot, yes.
She is very hot.
I think
But
any woman just in an ass kicky role, I'm just like, yes, kick the shit out of me, please.
Yeah.
that's so that's Nathan there.
Okay, yeah, I know that guy. I recognize him.
Not my type.
He's not my type. Sorry, Connor.
Sorry. You just don't appreciate.
You just don't know what you're
What
talking
would
about.
you know about beauty? So who would? Well, I mean, if you had to be converted, I'm just assuming. I shouldn't assume your
No,
sexuality.
no,
but
I said Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, Johansson. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Johansson.
And
Tomb Raider. In the
Tomb Raider
PS2 one,
in
but
general.
you had the triangle boobs, specifically.
Triangle boobs.
Yeah, dude.
like Madonna. Did you see that recently? I know. See Madonna getting the bean flicked on stage.
She's doing
Not
a lot of
surprised. She's
crazy
doing-
stuff. Have
she
you
has,
seen
yeah.
her on the TikToks? She's been wild.
She's mad.
She literally on stage, legs akimbo, and some woman's coming over the top of her,
Damn.
doing the whole. And I'm like, fair play to you, but don't forget, Madonna, you're a fucking granny.
Yeah, what is she now? Like,
60 something.
yep.
Gilf.
Yep.
Like she was like in the 80s, in the 80s when she hit big in like 80, I don't know what the year is, 84, 85, like a virgin and Papa
Prayer.
Don't-
Prayer
Papa
is
Don't
my
Preach.
favorite.
Prayer was later on. Like a Prayer was later in her career. I'm such a Madonna aficionado.
Get it right, guys.
Get it right,
Right,
Jazz. For
bro.
fuck's sake, that was the 90s actually. But like, because Like a Virgin was such a, Like a Virgin was like I Kissed a Girl by Katy Perry.
Yes, that
It
was
was like,
holy
what?
fuck.
What do you mean, like a bird? You know,
Culture shift.
Yeah, a massive change. So that was, and then she did not loads of like nude.
Yeah,
photo
she-
shoots and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah. we like Madonna. So, but she's lost the plot now recently.
She has gone a wee bit mad.
If you had to live under any dictatorship in modern history, who would you go for?
Whoa.
I think I'm a slave and all.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't know if I could debate.
Not well, maybe not. You know, in Central America or South America, where you could, you know,
Yeah.
you still might be.
Don't like the heat. Antarctica. Whatever's in Antarctica.
The Antarctica. That means
Yeah.
the penguins.
Anyways, a dictatorship in modern history. I mean, are we,
Kim Jong Un. He's the most modern dictator, isn't he? And he's got a
I
pretty
mean-
cool haircut.
I mean, technically, Putin would be too, wouldn't he?
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. What about the Iranian fucking president?
Oh yeah, he got
Killed
shot
him.
down, man. Cool.
A wee crash of a helicopter.
Yeah, and it was not right after he said some things that I didn't like him saying, basically.
I don't know if that was. I know the Slovakian president there was an assassination attempt on him the previous few days because he had turned down or wasn't willing to take part in the pandemic accord.
Oh, right.
The World Health Organization.
Kill him
Yeah.
over that shit.
I don't know. Fucking.
It's all speculation, of
All
course.
speculation, of course. But yeah, I mean, any other dictatorship? I mean, we have one here.
Yeah.
We're under the shinners. Right. Well, boys, what's the best piece of advice either of you have been given? Three of you been given. Doesn't have to be to do with comedy either.
Just sound corny. Like anything you like,
I
you're
know.
told is so corny.
I know.
Just be yourself. I think that's generally that's good advice. So
It is,
as
yeah.
corny as it is, that's maybe it. What about you?
I don't know. Okay.
It's wild pressure to be put under. I've had
Drop
time
some inspirational shit.
I had time to think about it, so I really remember being. I don't know where I heard it, but it might be recently. But I always thought it was a great thing, which was never accept criticism from somebody you wouldn't go to for advice.
Yeah. Yes, lad.
I said that. I thought it was recently. There you are. So Nev did that.
Somebody.
So he's not mic'd up, so nobody can hear him. So yeah, that was my thing. I made that up. So, but it is something that it's a very important thing, I would say.
Yeah.
But there's loads of things out there. There's loads of, and you call them corny, but sometimes they're not corny.
Oh,
they're just sort of self-explanatory.
They're corny because they're popular, but they're popular because they're true. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's it.
They've bordered into cliche.
Yeah, they've just become cliche at this point.
I don't think I've ever been inspired by like words people have given me as much as I've been inspired just how people live their lives.
Yeah.
That I watch and
absolutely,
I'm like, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember somebody saying to me as well, which is something I wish they'd have told me when I was fucking younger, as a parent. They were like, small kids, small problems.
Oh.
Small kids, small problems.
Yeah. Now that I have a 20-year-old, you're like, yeah, that is true. Like,
Probably cheaper problems.
That's what I was going to say. The small kids, the small problems are a lot financially smaller.
Yeah.
You know, trying to replace a dummy versus trying to replace a fucking engine.
Cars.
In the car, yeah. Or trying to pay for insurance. So yeah, that's definitely a small kid, small problem. So if you're out there now and you have small kids and you're stressed to the fucking hilt, it gets worse. Right, you said last week about not being sure about doing Just Rabbit On. It's the only reason gobshites like me are on the Patreon, so keep them coming. Right. While we're on the subject, what is McKegney and Nev's and Jazz now as well? What are their favorite conspiracy theories? It could be something they find funny, like they're turning the frogs gay, or something they believe,
Which turned out to be true.
or something really stupid, like the Earth is flat.
Oh, my favorite. Oh my god. I think my current favorite is there's like Antarctica. There's like aliens in there. Like there's like that's an entrance to the inside of the Earth, and there's just full of aliens. Who knows? Like,
Do you want to fuck your mind up?
yes, please.
What if that's the entrance to where the inner Earth?
Oh, that's the
What
that's
if
the way
that's
out,
entrance
bro.
to the outer Earth?
Shit, is that a thing?
A lot of people talking about that.
Is
Is
that
the
why?
same people who are saying that Antarctica is a fucking entrance to the hollow Earth are saying we are living in the upside down, that actually the blue sky is the ocean above us?
That's it. Cause I've heard that too. People start being like, I've
crazy,
just seen
like, it's-
TikToks. People are like,
No,
yep,
it's mental.
that's
By the way,
definitely the
don't see
ocean.
your face there. You're thinking, maybe. No, it's not. It's not true at all.
With enough drugs, it's true.
It's true. I think it's true.
What is it? Is it the Talking Heads song? There's water above and there's water below. There's something. There's a Talking Heads tune out there, and that article or that lyric always flows about like there's water above and there's water below.
It sure wasn't like, is that like that as above, so below type? Pretty much the same type of thing.
Same type of idea, yeah.
But like, I heard that Hitler was like obsessed with Antarctica as well, and the Nazis built like bases out there.
Yeah, I heard a lot of that
Yeah,
stuff.
there's
Same
like
as the dark side of the moon and all this crap.
Yes,
yeah.
there's bases.
There's low. As I say to people, I love conspiracy theories
So do
because
I.
I don't believe in very many of them. If I'm
They're
honest.
just fun to say.
But I love to see how either they originated or where somebody's thought path goes to get to that point. And you're like, how did you get there?
yeah.
You know, what happened in your life that you're now?
Yeah,
think
because there's
that if
some
you-
people so off the Richter
Well,
scale.
the flat Earth's a good example. Like, there's so many people who actually do believe that if they took a boat, they would fall off the edge. You're like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
And the weird thing about the flat Earth one, I don't even understand. Because I'm like, even if it was flat, like who gives? Do you know what I mean? Like, why would that even be like?
Yeah.
Like, why would they lie to you about the Earth? What's the benefit? Do you know what I mean?
That's the other thing too. I always say, what is the benefit?
What's
of
the
thing?
benefit of that?
So
It doesn't even make sense.
I have a very simple golden rule. I've said it on here loads of times before. When it comes to conspiracy theories or it comes to anything going on, follow the money.
Yeah, oh, that's it. Like, that's it.
Don't worry about any other shit. Just follow the money. Who's making money off this shit? And even if it's a flat Earth thing, are they making money by distracting you with this for something? You know what I mean? There's always money to be made, and that's.
We could go so deep.
I know.
But I'm not in front
We'll
of
not do
cameras.
that now. Right. Well, hope you both made the most of the 5 days of summer we had. Yes, it was lovely. It was
Did.
great.
It was plastered.
Connor, if you had to choose between Pizza Mac and Killyclower or Giuseppe's and Oma, which would it be? I had Giuseppe's for the first time after dailies the other week, and it was class, but would have to say Pizza Mac just edges it for myself. There you are.
Pizza
There are two
Mac.
pizza venues in Oma that I hate to break it to this patron. I don't like pizza.
Oh, yeah? I'm not pizza.
So I don't-
I'm not a massive
You
pizza
don't like
person.
pizza?
I like a pizza, but
It's one of those ones, like, if you come in with a pizza and says, you want a slice? I'm like, I'll take a slice.
Yes.
But I would never in a million years think of buying it or ordering it from takeout.
I'm very similar as well. Like,
I just...
Because you live here.
No, America's even worse. Their pizza's fucking disgusting.
In Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Philadelphia pizza.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I've been to Chicago. I've been to Chicago too and had the Chicago
No,
pizza.
Chicago,
and all
I
that
don't like
thing.
deep dish.
Deep
But
dish.
Philadelphia is like, it's Italy.
Nah. Just not my... I don't know why I could never...
I think I'm quite similar. Like, if it was here, I'd be like, fuck yes. But it's never the first thing I think
No,
of. to
it's
eat.
on the last...
Yeah.
On the list of what my takeaway would be, it'll be
Yeah.
the last. And somebody would have to say, go on. And I'm like, all right, go on ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but
I'm not a pasta person.
Oh, you're not pasta? Okay. Yeah, I could give or take.
I'm a burger guy. I just love burgers. Like,
You just
a
love
a good fucking, like, a Five Guys or a Bunsen or something like that.
Bunsen.
Well-made
Bunsen.
burger is just...
Mickey took me to Bunsen for my first time, and oh my fucking god!
So
delicious, isn't it?
So I have to say, I'm going to take credit, and I challenge Bunsen Burger because I make a fucking wicked smash burger.
Oh, what?
I've converted the family now to smash burgers because
Homemade smash burgers as well. I started doing that, and then I like cooked a fucking glove, one of my like fucking plastic gloves, into my mom's burger by accident. She took a bite, and she's like, "What the fuck is that?" And I was like, "It's cheese or something." It's my fucking glove. Like, I'd cooked it into it, like ground it down,
Not
fried it
going
up.
to yours or
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. That was the end of them.
wait, what were you doing with gloves?
I don't even know, because I was like mixing it all with eggs and shit that you don't even have to do. And then my thumb, the whole thumb bit was missing. I was like, it's bound to be somewhere. And then I just cooked the burgers. And then
in your mad digestion tract.
and there was, I just seen that like getting pulled out of the burger. I was like, oh shit, sorry.
The fact you went, it's black cheese.
It looked like cheese. It looked like a cheesy colored glove.
Okay. Not eating at James's house. Right. Well, Connor, have you ever been offered work on radio? Is it something you like to do? I've never been offered work on radio, but it probably was one of my first things when I was younger, what I wanted to do.
I kind of wanted to be
As a
radio
child,
as
I
well.
really wanted to be a radio DJ because they were like superstars at that stage.
Oh, 100%.
And there was no...
I wanted to as well. My mom said I was a mumbler, couldn't do it.
You're mumbling too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you were a mumbler, so you couldn't do it? Well, I am fucked then. I would never get on radio because I am brutal for mumbling.
Yeah, was it like the heyday of like Radio 1 was like Chris Moyles and stuff? I remember listening to him being like, oh, that'd be such a cool job.
Yeah, it always seemed like crack in the morning
That
when
it
you're
seemed
going
like
to school.
great
Look,
crack.
it's because I have they always let me know when my voice is very deep and sexy.
Yeah, you have a very...
Yeah.
It's a
You
very
got
Barry,
that.
very
Got
Barry
that.
White sort of level.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It's a good voice.
So it does work for podcasts, not for TV. Doesn't work for it, but definitely a face for radio.
Yes.
But
Why was
you were just agreeing, going, yes. I was like, thanks, James. That's great.
So true.
You ugly bastard. Right, so we're going to let these guys go and get completely swindled by Girls Aloud pretending to sing live. So thank you very much to Jazzmyne Sierra and James McKegney for coming along. Have we
Thank you,
figured
Alex.
out our chair names, or is that something we're going to have to do?
What are you going to go
afterwards?
for? What's yours?
Gordita linda.
Yeah, so Nev, you can write that down.
What does this mean?
It's the pretty fat girl chair.
Nice.
Pretty fat girl chair. Fucking love that. What's that like?
Can I go for the electric chair?
Oh, an epic chair.
Yeah.
Fucking
That's
get
good,
it
bro.
up. Yes.
So good, you're great.
Oh, yes.
That's
get him
good.
on it. Not on the electric chair, but right. So anything to promote? So James, you've got your podcast, Absolutely Shafted.
Absolutely shafted at I was supposed to absolutely shafted at absolutely shafted at absolutely shafted on Instagram. Terrace Laugh Instagram page at Terrace Laugh, and then my own Instagram page at James McKegney.
Look at that. Like a fucking pro. Like a pro. Jazz, what have you got?
This is not going to be a pro. Jazz Speaks on Instagram, Antio Pod on YouTube, and Instagram.
Yes, anti you.
Antio.
Yes, man.
Love it. Okay, thank you very much, everybody, as always, for tuning in. We will be back. We may have a guest next week, but we also may have an Australian guest
Holy shit.
called Mickey Bartlett. Have you heard him recently?
Is he very awesome?
Kind of like you.
doing what I-
There's a wee bit of a... Somebody, like, he did an episode recently, and somebody's like, where the fuck did Mickey get the Australian accent from? I was like, oh, I can't wait for him to come home
I cannot
and
wait to
sound
hear
Australian so I can tear the fucking life out of him.
That's going to be sick.
So yes, we'll be back for that, and then we are. Never mind, the mock blame is on 1st of June. Some tickets still available. Please go and buy. Thank you very much. Peace out. Good night.
See ya.